Okay, so the series was started in 2001 and it was never planned as an ongoing series. In fact, the first plate that I made was a small drawing that I made as a reaction to an incident that occurred in Johannesburg, where I live, in a woman who was abducted in Bears Valley, and the guys that abducted her raped her, but they also used a clothing iron to burn off her nose and mouth. And it was such a horrific incident. It was in the newspaper, and then the next day it wasn't on the newspaper, it was like page 3, and I was so angry. Much of my work is driven by anger and disquiet and wanting to record things and document things, that I went and made the first plate. People will say your work is obsessively negative, or it often sees the pessimistic side of the world. I tend to make images about things that anger me. When I'm happy, I'm not working. When I'm happy, I'm out doing other things. So it's not only what I do, but I'm driven very much by the environment and the country that I'm part of, the places where I work, some of the, I won't say injustices, but the things that really anger me, and that normally is what drives me. Also, as a printmaker, I'm incredibly interested in alternative materials. So I've got a very quirky way of looking at things and thinking, I wonder if I can draw that. So the materiality of whether I'm drawing with smoke or the ashes from burnt money or stain is often that quirkiness, almost like a childlike, looking at materials and looking at their potentiality. So it's driven partially by my playful approach to material, but also my inherent anger to situations or disquiet. And the only way I can really process it, again, is by drawing it out of myself. It's kind of purging an image or a disquiet onto paper.
So SPIER Arts Trust is dedicated to provide career development opportunities for the artists that we have in our collections. For Diane's work in South Africa, very important, this collection, this body of work has not been shown together like this anywhere else. And because we have a wonderful relationship with the GFI Gallery, we've been coming here now for, I think, 6 years, to engage with artists in the Eastern Cape. It's a reciprocal relationship where they provide the space to us and we bring work here that would not otherwise be seen by people from the Eastern Cape. We've shown the work in Cape Town at SPIER, at the estate. We've shown some of it in Johannesburg. And we really felt that it was important to also bring it here. So this will probably be the last iteration of this show.
I keep a drawing book with me. I spend a lot of time in the traffic, as we all do, but in Joburg more so than anywhere else. And I do small working drawings to things that I hear on the news or something I read in a newspaper. And they were my reactions to incidents that I found so out of place in this amazing society with this amazing constitution, and that was the starting point. And unfortunately, and I do say that unfortunately, I've continued to make them, because you pick up on something, and then again, my way of dealing with something that angers me is drawing it out. It doesn't make it any better. I know one can't change the world. That idealism is long linked to a student mindset, I think. No, I draw what I see.